What's good, highly evolved men? It looks like they got another one. Antonio Brown has just been extradited from Dubai back to the United States. I believe that he's in custody in New Jersey, but they're about to deport him back down to Miami, where the incident happened, where he is being charged for, I think it's attempted murder. Now, I remember seeing this on Twitter, and everybody was laughing and making jokes, but now we see that this is a very serious matter. Antonio Brown has just put up what you see right here on Twitter, that he handed the keys over to his social media and his company, and that they're going through everything. He's going to fight for his innocence. All love and respect. Free AB. He just put this tweet up right now. I guess they let him get a tweet off right before they took him into custody. But first of all, now we understand why he was in Dubai. I don't even understand why somebody would even go to Dubai if he was trying to run or evade, because Dubai is basically a tourist city. That's like New York of the Middle East. Why even go there? Let's see what they're saying around the internet.
The 37-year-old has been evading South Florida authorities for nearly 6 months, wanted for attempted second-degree murder. Back in May of this year, Brown accused of firing off a number of rounds at an alleged underground Little Haiti boxing match.
Watch out, watch out, hey, watch out! Back up, pump! Pump, back up!
The former Bucks and Steelers player cuffed that night but not arrested. Video from the incident shows AB holding what appears to be a black pistol, chasing after someone just before these shots are heard. Brown later posting to social media he was jumped by multiple people who tried to steal his jewelry and cause him harm.
He said police temporarily detained him and received his side of the story, and he was released that night and was not arrested. Now, we all know, Antonio, that you're an NFL player and you have some sort of fame. I can guarantee you that if this had just been some average, especially black male, who particularly looks like this, you would have been still in jail. You got out because of your NFL career, or your ex-NFL career is what I'm assuming. You see, fellas, this is why we have this channel, The Highly Evolved Man, is because we need to be careful to avoid situations like this, and especially putting ourselves in this type of a situation. You see, this is one of the main reasons why I don't even like to go out anymore. Or at least if I'm in America, I don't really care to go out anymore or party anymore. Why? Well, because it's overrated. Look, man, I don't really think that you guys have fun like the way we used to before the days of social media. You see, an incident like this that has happened, which seems very serious, it looks like the people that are pressing charges against Antonio Brown are basically saying that he made up the whole story and just got violent for no reason. But from looking at that video, it looks like there was a lot more details going on than what's really being said. And AB claims that they were trying to steal his jewelry. The truth will prevail sooner or later. But for the most part, what I am seeing here is that it's a bunch of y'all people out here that don't know how to act. The fact that you could go out and just try to enjoy yourself and have fun, and now you got people bringing weapons and all kinds of things to these events. It's almost like you can't even go out anymore and enjoy yourself in the country of America. It's just getting really ridiculous, the amount of people who carry weapons in this country. It's almost like you're better off just staying home. Even if he got into a fight and looked like the man and he beat up about 5 guys all by himself. I mean, the guy's a former athlete, so he should. But still, I remember seeing this on Twitter, and everybody was like, dang, AB, you got him. You still got it. But now, no, he doesn't got it. Now he's got to go through this. He's got to fight through this, and he's got to go through his downfall. It's going to cost him time, and it's going to cost him money, all because of what? Because you want it to be hard. Regardless of the fact, man, sometimes you can't be around certain people wearing your jewelry, driving expensive cars, and have all the women. Some people are going to hate. That's just the reality, man. Some people are going to hate. You got to watch your circles, and you got to watch who you surround yourself with. So I ask myself, Is this how a man should be acting? Is this how he should be carrying himself? Now, if this was self-defense as what he claims it to be, then so be it. It's self-defense. But still, man, there's a certain way you can carry yourself in public where you don't have to attract this type of attention to yourself, if you get what I'm saying. This is what it's all about being a highly evolved man. You know, it's interesting too because we just had the World Series that happened. I was actually with some friends watching the Game 7. And you know what's really weird is that when we were out, we all decided to go out to a bar and watch the game. I mean, it was exciting in Game 7, and it was a great series. But what I found to be very uncomfortable was that it seemed like all the men that were in the bar, that was one thing, is that first of all, there was really no girls in the bar. The only girls that were really there were girls that were with other men or just like with a few of their homegirls. I even saw some girls come in and just like look around and see that it was just a bunch of thirsty men and left. So there was like no women really around anyway. So this is another reason why I don't even understand why people go out anymore, at least again here in this country, because women don't really go out, or at least in the states that I've been hanging out in. Maybe there's some states where you see the ratio is 6-1 or 5-1 with more women than men. If so, please leave that in the comment section and let me know which states in the country to hit. But as far as I'm concerned, in these major cities, I don't really see that going on. You just see the women that are there with their men or just a bunch of thirsty single men hanging around. And we all know that are intelligent what happens when there's just a bunch of men around and no women. The male testosterone kicks in, right? And then men start looking around like wanting to fight. And it was interesting that like after the game, it just kind of seemed like everybody was just kind of mad dogging each other. And I'm just like, I was getting an interesting vibe. Even I know that I'm not the only one that felt that vibe, because even my homie who was with me, it was me, him, and a few girls with us. And he looked at me because he ain't really never been there before. And he was like, hey, so like, what's the vibe like here, man? Like, who's hanging out here? Like, what kind of people are here? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to know, like, where am I right now? I want to know what the vibe is like. And I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, he felt that energy too. You know, most of the people that I associate with were all in tune. And so that's why I'm just like, it almost seems like it's gotten to the point to where you can't even go outside and have a good time anymore. Or you have to like really watch your circle or where you're hanging out at. Luckily, it looks like for the most part, everybody went home that night. But from watching that video, it looks very chaotic. And looking at what's happening right now with this video and with other situations going on, it kind of makes you feel like maybe it's just better just to stay home and be on your purpose. It's overrated going out, man. It's overrated going to the bars. It's overrated getting drunk and high. It's overrated. And then not only that, but now we have social media that people are going to record everything that happens. If this type of an incident possibly would have happened in like, say, the 90s before social media, they probably would have just been like, whatever with that. Oh, we ain't got no evidence. We can't see nothing. But the fact that there was a video that circulated online, and it's probably going to circulate even more now online, just like AB said. Let's go back to it real quick. That he had to hand over the keys to his social media. Yeah, man. You got to watch out what you're doing out there in the streets now. Everybody's filming everything. So with that said, let's be aware, men, and let's stay on our purpose. And let's become highly evolved men. Them.